Hi guys, it is Jules and Sewell. Sewell's doing some yard work right now, but she'll join us in a second. Um, so we wanted to just check in about this morning. We had our third day testing, third day appointment. So cycle day 3, the third day of your period for fertility testing. You go in and you get some testing done. So we just wanted to talk about our day. So, what's my name? Oh. So well, how did we feel going into this? We were anxious, excited, and we didn't know what to expect. We have no idea what to expect with this whole process, and that's kind of the reason why we wanted to document this for ourselves, this journey of hopefully having a little one. So we didn't know what to expect. I assumed, so let me tell you what I assumed, because it was a little bit different than the day of. So I assumed that we were going to get tons of blood work done. The first appointment, when we went in for our consultation, they took tons of blood. I wasn't expecting blood draw on the consultation day, but they took, I'm assuming, so Sewell was in the room with me. She's been in every single appointment, and I'm assuming they took over 8 vials of blood. I feel like it was probably more than that. Sewell didn't tell me the number of vials that they took. So I was expecting tons of blood work, and I was expecting an ultrasound, like you know, they take the thing and they go over your uterus and your tummy. And I was expecting, so I know the third day testing is a follicle count. So it's about the health, the number of eggs and follicles, and they probably multiply it, divide it, times it, semi-divide it, carry the t, whatever the equation that they do about your age and your egg growth, right? Your egg health. So I was expecting them to be like counting the follicles, and I've, you know, in this TTC process, we've done a lot of like research online and on YouTube as well, and so women talk about, you know, them being in the doctor's office and counting the follicles. So that's sort of what we expected. So we found out I can't. Do you want to say hello? No? Just a little wave? Hi! We're getting ready to do some good food prep. It's Sunday, so we want to do some food prep stuff. So we found out through the nurse to not drink or eat. So a fast, basically, for the morning, like the morning of. I'm a girl that I go to sleep with water by my bed, so I'm just drinking water the whole night. And I wake up to pee often in the night, probably like 3 times or 2 times. Oh, like 2 times. And I, like, as soon as I wake up in the morning, I just drink water. So it was a little bit, of a struggle for that. But like the eating wasn't a big deal, but the no drinking thing was, I'm glad that we knew about it, right? Because I would have just been drinking water in the morning. So we found out no drinking after midnight or eating is basically what we did. We were out last night later than we ever are, because we supported Fenway Health here in Boston. It's basically an LGBT hospital, and that's where, you know, where our PCP is, and so we went out to a big fundraiser, and so we were out late and we got home late, so we just decided definitely nothing past midnight. So we woke up, we were anxious, excited, and we went to get Sewell a coffee. She's a coffee girl, she's a Dunks girl, so she definitely wanted her Dunks coffee, and it didn't bother me. I'm going into detail because when I was looking TTC third day testing up on YouTube, I was like soaking in all the details of all you ladies like talking about it. So that's the only reason I'm going into detail about the day. So it was an early appointment, which is great. We had a 9 o'clock appointment. So after Dunkies, we went to our fertility early. We got there super early. I just wanted to relax and chill in the car. I know it's not an IUI or any like a procedure or anything like that, but I just wanted to be really, really just relaxed and calm for the day. So we put on Acoustic Sunrise, which is all acoustic music, and just relaxed in the car. So we got there early, about 8:45 or so, maybe earlier, and we went in. There was only one other person in the clinic, and they just brought us right in. I'm gonna get into kind of not gross details, but again, when I was researching, I was soaking up details, so I'm just gonna give you guys details. We went in, and the nurse, you know, Sewell went right to the room that I was going to be in, and then they asked me if I had a tampon in, and I said yes, and I also had a pad on and underwear. And they were like, oh, okay, so you just need to take the tampon out and empty your bladder of anything, which I didn't think was much because I hadn't drank or eaten after midnight. And so I assumed, again, that they were just going to do the thing on my tummy and that they just needed the tampon out. So went to the bathroom, took care of my business, and then I went into the room, and so Sewell was able to be there with us, which is great, and it was set up like a pap smear. So again, I thought they were going over my stomach and like my uterus. Nope. It was an intervaginal ultrasound. So that was a big, like, it wasn't a huge surprise, but I had no idea. So in fact, when they asked me to take everything from the bottom, from top down, I had to ask Sewell to go back out and ask them, underwear? Like, I'm on my period, like third day, it's third day testing, I'm on my period, and so she went out and they were like, yeah, we're doing like it's gonna be like almost like a pap smear setup. And so we took everything from top off, and it was basically like a pap smear, but no spectrum or anything like that. It was just a like a long kind of thing. Didn't hurt. Pap smears I get nervous about, and so it was nothing like a pap smear. I mean, I had to put my feet in the stirrups, but it just slid like right in, sorry to be graphic, and there was no pain, nothing involved. So for girls that don't like pap smears like I do, there was no pain or anything like that. It was just like, it was fine. It was fine. If anyone's nervous about third day testing, just a heads up though, it's probably internal ultrasound, which makes sense because it's the best read, they said. I was just surprised by that. That was the only thing that was like a surprise at all. So one good thing that happened was I instantly wanted music, so they didn't have any like music or anything like that. So it's good to know because I'll just maybe have Sewell play like music for the IUI. I'm really big into music, like relaxation. Like in the first thing when I wake up in the morning, I put music on to either wake me up, or if it's a Saturday or Sunday, I put relaxing music to like calm me and just like get ready for like a nice chill weekend. So I'm glad that I learned that about myself when we were there, and that process was, I definitely want some music playing for the IUI, if that's allowed. I'm assuming it's allowed. So it was really, really quick. So the second surprise was they didn't count. So she had it in, she had the camera in, and she went to my left side. She said, this is your left ovary, which was really cool to see. And then your right side. The whole procedure probably took 5 minutes, nothing else. And I was looking at the screen, so it was really cool. She showed me where my uterus was inside, and I said, so that's where the baby will be living, right? And she was like, yeah. She was like, yep, that's where it is. And she showed us on the screen. So that was really cool. It's just all prep work, and this is all like just starting the TTC process. So it was still like cool to see that. And Sewell did see black like dots on the ultrasound, but I kind of didn't because she was like moving things around, which was a little bit awkward. She didn't count. She didn't count how many. So that was different for me than a couple of women on here. So my third day testing, it was an internal ultrasound, and there was no counting. So I don't know. We have to wait for our results. So they said that the doctor would do a follow-up. So it was just a technician at the clinic. It's also Sunday, so I think if my period had come 3 days before and it fell on a weekday, that our doctor might have been in with us and doing a little bit more talking. But she was very sweet, just no results. So we're gonna have to set that up. But it was really, really good, and um, I'm glad that it's done. It's just another step in the process. So we're excited for that, and yeah. So after that, we did blood work, and it was far less blood work than the first day. The first day, again, it was probably 8 or 10 vials of blood that they took. Sewell didn't tell me the number because I wasn't looking. And I actually looked because it was so quick, and they took three vials of blood, and that was it. So it was way better. Like when I left the initial appointment, I started feeling like my arm was hurting, and it was a different woman that took the blood, and she went for my vein, and then she went for another vein next to my vein, and was digging for my vein, and my arm blew up that day at our initial appointment. I'm not sure if we talked about our initial consultation. I might do a little video about that. Is that something that people want to hear, or we should document? Probably. I might do um, I might do a little video on our first consultation, and maybe I'll even post that first. But, anyways, this is all about documenting it for ourselves and just sharing it with um, our YouTube TTC family, um, and for like two bride families as well. Just, it's different when you're a same-sex couple and you're going into all this. We live in Massachusetts, so we're completely blessed to be choosing clinics and doctors and institutions that are fully supportive. So that's our number one thing. So we're going with a fertility clinic that's fully supportive. It's on all their materials, and of course our PCP. And all of the medical professionals that we're working with are fully supportive. Again, we're blessed to be in Massachusetts, so it's a little bit easier for us, but we still like to see LGBT friendly, like, a little rainbow, like whatever it is on these doctors' pages. It's still important. That's one thing that I definitely suggest people going through. So yeah, it's another step in the TTC process, and I'm really excited about it. And yeah, we're really, really looking forward to next steps. So the next steps for this is just waiting to hear back from our results from our doctors, and we'll try to update and kind of capture that. We have decided not to capture, at this point, not to capture anything at the doctor's office, just because I want to be like really relaxed and calm, which I really like when I'm like researching and looking up TTC stuff on YouTube. I really appreciate when couples are actually filming IUIs. Like, I don't know if the doctor's office allows it or they sneak it, but I love that stuff just because we're going in this blind, and it's really cool. So thank you for anyone watching who document those processes. But I think we're just gonna do like kind of a more capture our thoughts and breakdown after. For now, at least that's what we're gonna do. So yeah, so we're waiting on the results, and this was our third day, cycle 3, our third day testing, which was blood work and an ultrasound, and just wanted to share a little bit about the experience. So we're gonna go out and do some food prep for the week, and we're getting married, fitting in a wedding dress, and really TTC prep, baby prep, family planning prep. We're just eating healthy and doing good things. So hope you all enjoy your weekends, and yeah, this is Two Bride Family, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.